Herding cats.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's good to see you. How are you?
It's good to see you. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
Are you guys jumping on the Zoom call? No, it's a, yeah. You can come into my office if you like. Okay, bye. Okay. Anna and Rachel are confused. They went to the library.
Oh, I'm not there in person.
So we have.
Are you going to sing any of these instructions?
Yes, they will
Good.
all be in songs, so you
I
can
was
memorize
hoping.
them easier.
Okay. My daughters love musicals. My son would always sit there and say, "Nobody lives like this. It's not real."
It is real. We need to live like this.
Yes, we do.
Lighten up these COVID times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just going to make sure we're set up.
But I think
Did I need to already have Adobe loaded?
You don't
Or
need to have it
downloaded?
loaded.
Okay.
I'm going to walk us through it, and then I put together a presentation that I'll share with everybody so you can refresh your mind.
Okay.
I was handing them out to.
it was so fun to get after the game.
I was telling people, yes, let me get out of your way. I was giving them to people who helped make my life better. So.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
It was much enjoyed and appreciated.
You're welcome.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Katie.
Hey, y'all.
Missed that. I thought I was in the library for some reason.
Yeah.
Are you?
No, I'm not. I don't.
You're out of here.
I don't want to learn this.
She doesn't want to learn Adobe.
Is it just us?
No,
Looks like we've got Kristen Leiker on the call. Should we wait just a couple minutes? It's just 1 minute after. I know Doreen Mendenhall was going to join.
Can you see us?
How's your first eCampus day going?
Pretty smooth, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, so far no catastrophes. We had one accident, like one switch of an upload, but that was a quick fix, and everything else has been going pretty smooth.
I've only gotten a couple emails from people who hadn't been able to log in to even Google Classroom yet. So we sent those things out they needed, and so far,
Okay.
not anything else. Maybe the teachers are getting more of the emails than we are
Probably.
this time, for once.
I will say I'm getting a couple emails on somebody sent me some more tests to do, and so I can tell a lot's going on at SCA today.
Oh, there is a lot going on here. Yes, videos are being made and uploaded and stuff
Yes,
figured out. So, I mean, that is a huge blessing. Huge blessing.
I can tell it's busy.
Yes,
Busy time.
yes.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if anybody else is joining us, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Oops, hold on just a second. Maybe I should put myself on Do Not Disturb, huh? Okay, so I figured out this process in Adobe that took what was normally taking like an hour to make a test, dropped it down to 15 minutes. So I told my mom, and I was like, I just have to share this with the teachers because I want you to be empowered by technology, and this is the way to do it, and I'm really excited, and I want this to be just an informal call, so stop me if you have any questions or you're confused. We'll just walk through all of this together, and hopefully by the end of this, you'll be making tests like boom, boom, boom. Also, I kind of put together this little presentation just to help you, but I'm going to actually be at SCA next week. So if you walk through the presentation after this call and you're still like, I don't get it at all, I'll be there. So find me. I will help you. I want you to have this tool. We'll learn it together. Okay, so at this point, you should have been given some kind of access to Adobe Pro from Dan or Craig. I will say this is a completely different program than Adobe Reader. Adobe Reader is just if you want to open PDFs and look at them. You really can't do much with that application. So when we're making tests and taking out the content from them, you want to do everything in Adobe Pro. Okay, let's see. Why are we frozen? Here we go. Okay, this is a 4-step process, or maybe, actually, I think it's a 6-step process. Step 1, when you have a document in your hand, like a hard copy of something, like you do from your textbooks, you want to get it on your computer. So you want to make this hard copy a soft copy, which just means it's accessible on your computer. Great news, when you scan the document from like the SCA copier room, it already scans as a PDF. So you can just go ahead and skip to step 3, which we'll do. But another option is like if you're at home and you don't have access to a scanner, you can take a picture of it with your phone and still utilize this tool of Adobe Pro. So sometimes a teacher will be like, I can't get to a printer, but I'll send you a picture. So then I just email it to myself and I download it as a PDF. The one thing is when you take a picture, just don't make sure your text isn't blurry so that when Adobe recognizes the text, it has to be like pretty accurate looking. Otherwise it'll get confused on the letters. It's okay if you take multiple pictures, but sometimes when you attach pictures to an email, it'll say these files are too large. So it's okay if you just want to attach one picture at a time and send it to yourself. You can still make this process work. Any questions so far? Nope. It all makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know like some of this you guys will already know. I just want to make sure you have access to it and all the teachers eventually will have access to this. So this is just a slide on how to convert a picture into a PDF. So when you're saving it out of your email, that's what this little circle is here. That's a download button out of your email. And you will actually print to PDF. So everybody has this feature in a print option.
Katie, can you hold on just 1 second? Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
There's apparently a Zoom link, which it was in an email that we got sent. I don't know if, let me see if you were tagged.
Do I need to share the Zoom with somebody? I totally can't.
I don't think so.
It's tagged. It's tagged Craig, Dan, Rachel, that Katie, and me. It's called Adobe Training on Friday.
Yeah.
13th.
Did you guys already ask about Chromebooks?
Wait, about Chromebooks.
So Katie, I sent you an email to see if this could work. Because
on Adobe Cloud.
Yeah.
So I Googled it and it says that Adobe Cloud has all the same features as Adobe Pro because it's still a licensed product.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay, so they should be able to do all this on their Chromebooks as well.
Yes.
And me too. I'm gonna go get my Chromebook and come in here and join you.
Yeah.
I thought you said we were going to the library. So I went
Okay,
over
so this is what I think the mix-up was. Dr. Gill said in our meeting in the library, but the email said Zoom link, and so that was my bad.
there. Okay.
So I was confused.
Are we good doing it here?
She invited us in here,
Okay.
so I would assume so.
All right, I'm gonna go get my stuff.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Do you want to pause for just 2 minutes so that he can bring his computer?
Yeah, for sure.
This would be a good time for a song.
Oh.
Thank you.
I like the clouds behind you.
Thanks. Zoom, you can put anything behind you want.
It's true. Yes.
Yeah. So
At my job, I've been seeing a lot of balloons.
Yeah.
Just some weird like animal pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I have lunch here. I brought lunch. Well, I'm good. I brought my lunch, so I'm good. Thank you, though.
You are included in the whole thank you, in the whole thing, so if you want some.
Oh yes, I heard you guys have a Hawaiian theme today.
I'm good. Thank you. I've got this PD thing.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
Miss Millie, are you in Dr. Gale's office?
I am. Wait, we're the rest of it's a little crammy in here, but it's all good. If you want to come in here, I guess you can.
Can you see? Do they have a big screen?
Katie Craig's back.
Do you have a big screen in there?
No.
No, just a
Oh,
laptop.
sorry guys.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I think I'm actually sharing.
Yes, yes, you are.
Am I sharing the presenter view with you?
You are actually, because I can see the next slide as well.
That's awkward.
Oh, there
Here
you
we
go.
go.
But that might be better because now the picture are, the couple videos are covering part of the slide. Well, I don't know. It's big enough though, you can read it easy.
You're okay? My
Yeah.
videos are covering your slide or they're not?
The little camera shots of everybody are just on part of it. It's not a problem.
Oh,
can
you
move-
can
you can move those
minimize them. Yeah, you can minimize that.
I like seeing
on
you
your
guys
screen.
though.
Oh, okay. We like seeing you.
Okay, now I'm
Okay.
just seeing Katie. I mean,
So,
Catherine.
yes, Catherine. My
Sorry.
no, you can still call me Katie. So Doreen and Craig, step one was we want to get your hard copies onto the computer.
Okay.
When you scan it from an SCA copier, it's already a PDF that emails to you, so you're good to go. If you're at home and you don't have a scanner and you just want to get the work done, you can take pictures on your phone and email them to yourself. Just save it as a PDF. Save a picture document as a PDF.
And we have, Katie, Adobe licenses for everyone.
Yes.
So they can even use their Adobe scanner and it'll go right into their document file.
Kristen, I just muted you because I'm hearing a little bit of background noise, but you can still unmute yourself. So Craig, you are deploying Adobe Pro onto everyone's Chromebook. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm giving them access to the license. So they could sign in on Adobe Scan and scan items from wherever, obviously, and then they will go to their document cloud and then they have access to them from any device.
Perfect. Yep. So we just want to be able to open my hard piece of paper on a computer in Adobe. Okay, so let's see. Step 3. So once you have your document in your email, you want to open it up in Adobe Pro. Adobe Pro has a tools bar on the top right. It looks just like this. You'll open that up. You'll click Recognize Text, and then you'll click In This File. And then it will give you some options like, do you just want to recognize text on the first page? Do you want to do all the pages? I always click all the pages. It's easier, it's done, you only have to do it once. And I think it takes like maybe 30 seconds to recognize the whole document. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So we're recognizing the text. Then the goal is to get this content in forms without having to read it and type it. So we're just going to copy paste it. So after you've recognized the text in the document, you're going to click on Content, which is under Tools still. And you're going to click Edit Document Text. That way you can literally highlight, and I'll show you. I'll go into Adobe and show you how to do all this too. You can highlight the question, you can copy it, you can click over to Google Forms, paste. You can highlight the answer, click over to Google Forms, paste. I can't tell you, the first test I was given was a 5th grade history test on Mesopotamia. And I learned a whole lot because I was hand typing. I was like, what is the first river of the Mesopotamian crescent? The Tigris. What is the second? So I feel like I'm not learning as much copying and pasting as I was actually handwriting, but this is so much faster and so much easier. So then you can copy and paste every question, every answer into Google Forms. Boom, done. Pro tip, if you just have one screen, you're working on your laptop, if you hit Alt-Tab, you can flush between all the tabs you have open on your computer. So you can try it right now. If you just hit Alt-Tab, you should see like, oh, I have my email open, I've got Zoom open, I've got Word open, and you can just switch back and forth really fast instead of having to use your mouse and click onto this one and click onto this one. Is that working?
What are you? Do you have a
Oh.
PC? What are
I
you
have a
doing?
PC.
Alternate tab. And then I've got 3 things. Well, I have 3. I have 3 different sets of tabs open. But
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it will show you in order of you opening them, what tabs you have open on your computer. And you can just flip back and forth. So for this, you're gonna have to flip back and forth from Adobe to Forms constantly. So it's just a little time saver. You just go doop doop next, doop doop next.
just have control tab. It's just going down.
Can you go with that
Control tab?
the other way?
That's what you're
Can you go backwards, Katie?
What do you mean?
Like
Oh, she
if you
said
click
Alt
control
tab, it's
control
control tab.
tab, it goes, or sorry, alt tab.
But it's control tab.
Oh.
Does it? It's actually control tab, not alt.
Control Shift Tab goes the other way.
Never mind, we figured it out.
Sorry.
I was
You
pushing
got
them all,
it?
figured out something new. So
Oh, yes, so Alt Tab will show you all the screens and you can go back and forth. I learned that like my first day at my job and I use it every day. I think I have like a little callus on this finger from doing it so often. Okay, so once you're copying and pasting, sometimes it'll come up like, oh, I have a map that I want to put into my Google Forms. I can't copy and paste a map, like just highlight it and copy and paste it. I want the actual picture of this item into my test because I want my Google form to replicate exactly what I'm giving my in-class students. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So a way to take a screen grab or like a screenshot of your computer, you can hit the Windows key, which is the one at the very bottom here with the 4 boxes. If you hit simultaneously Windows Shift S,
we don't have that box on our computers.
you don't have a Windows
Right.
option?
No,
Okay.
well, we're on Chromebook, so but we might have something similar. So let me just keep going, and we'll see if we can find
Yeah,
a.
because every computer can do a screen grab. We just have to
Yep.
figure out the exact button
Shortcut.
sequence.
I have
So-
I have the type of computer that does, so it's helpful for me. So thank you.
Yeah, of course. So then you can literally just cut out the picture of the map that you want and it saves it to your clipboard. Dennis, are you talking? Or are you meant to be on mute? Unknown. Okay, so you'll want to draw a line around the content that you want to screen grab, unless you want the whole page. And then it automatically saves that little picture you just chopped out to your clipboard, which is just Microsoft's little thing in the background that's containing the content that you're copying, whether it's text, whether it's a picture. And then kind of the tricky thing is you got to go into Word and then actually save the picture in order to upload it into Forms. I'll go through this too, like I'll literally screen grab something and put it in so you can see how it goes. But that's a way to get the image off of your paper into Google Forms.
Now, Catherine, you can still copy, like do a Control V
Yes.
when you do a screenshot like that. That will not
Yes.
won't work into Google Forms.
You know, I haven't
Oh, you know
tried
what?
it.
You know what? You're right. Google Docs a lot of times you can't use the same shortcuts.
Yeah, you can't just paste something, like you have
Right.
to upload the image.
Yep. Okay.
So the
Sorry.
image has to be saved onto your computer.
Okay.
Yep. So then you'll just add that saved clip up into Forms and you can manipulate the questions and stuff. Okay, so those are the 6 steps. Now I just want to walk through it. Like, let's actually get through this together. Okay. Okay, so like here's an email I got from Amber. Here are all the tests for 3rd grade. She scanned it to me, so it's already a PDF. So I'm just going to open it. I can kind of scroll through it. You guys can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing, I always use the answer keys when creating these tests because I don't really want to have to guess what the answer is and go back and forth. I don't want to learn. It's too much content for my brain, so I just want to copy and paste everything. Okay, so step 1, I want to download this to my computer. So I go to download, boom. I always just save to desktop. It's the easiest for me to find it later. I'm gonna do 3rd grade heritage studies.pdf. And I'm just gonna hit save. Boom. It just downloaded right here, so I've got it. Then I wanna open this in Adobe Pro. Remember, there's a difference between Adobe Reader and Adobe Pro. I always want Pro. So I'm gonna right click it, open with Adobe Acrobat Pro. See, there's 2 different options here. I want the white fancy one, not the red. Okay. Boom. So now I've got it into Adobe. So what do I want to do next? I want it to recognize all the text in this PDF so I can copy and paste it. So I'm going to go to my tools. Boom. Click recognize text in this file. And then here's the page that pops up. Do you want all the pages, just this front page, or a selection of pages? Like, I really don't need this first page, but I'm just gonna hit all the pages because it's easy and it's fast anyway. So I hit OK. Downloading. Image processing. Cool. It's getting through all of this content. I guess this was a big file. Oh, this is like 10 tests. But see, it takes about, what, 10 seconds per page or something. So you just kind of sit here and let it process all of this. Boom, page 11. We're already halfway done. Any questions so far?
So since you're uploading the answer key,
Yes.
is there a way for you to edit? You can then just delete the answers once it's ready.
So I'm not officially uploading this exact picture. I'm just copying and pasting the content I want. So the answer doesn't exist unless I put it in. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll put it in forms and hopefully that will clarify itself, but it's not like I'm not going to screen grab the portion that has the answer and put that up as an image.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so we're done. It's recognized all the text. Now, what you can't just do straight off the bat is like, oh, highlight. So you have to actually go over here to this content tab and click edit the document text. So that's going to let me be able to highlight and copy it. So then I want to go down to test 1. Okay, so here are all my questions with the answers. Question 1, I'm just going to literally highlight it. Control C is copy. Then I'm going to hit Alt Tab to get back over to forms. Let's see if I even still have it open. Meowdy. Here we go.
Ours didn't do that. Next. Yeah.
I got forms open. I've already kind of created the header for this test or whatever. Untitled question, Control V. Boom. That's the question. And then you're like, oh, the answers. So I'm going to go back to Adobe Pro. I'm going to highlight the first answer. Control C. Go back to forms. Control V. Then I'm going to go back to Adobe Pro, get the second possible answer. Go back to forms. So it's just kind of this constant back and forth and copy paste. And it gets a little mundane, but Seriously, so much faster. So then I've got the last answer here. Oops. Sometimes this will pop up. It's trying to recognize that these are numbers. It's not letters. And you just hit close. Cool, I get it. Oh, or you can hit not text. Well, actually close. Accept. What is happening? Okay, if this happens, which it does sometimes, you might just have to go back over to Google Forms and just type it in. Boom. So then it's a test, so I gotta make it a required question. It's multiple choice. And I want to, why is this not giving me? Oh, because I didn't set it up as a quiz. Have you guys have all created in forms, yes or no? No?
No. Yeah.
Okay, so this is just basically it's when you initially go into forms and click, I want to create a form, it doesn't automatically set it up as a test with a correct answer. It basically sets it up as a survey. So it's like, what shirt size do you want? There is no correct answer to that. You can just answer one. But I want this to be a test because I want a correct answer and I want it to auto grade itself. So you'll open forms, you'll go, here, I'll do it again. Back over to this little sprocket that says settings. Then I'll click over to hold on. We're learning as we're teaching. Oh, we'll click over to the quizzes tab. I did that first and then I forgot. And I'll just turn this on, make this a quiz. So now it's gonna allow me to assign a correct answer and a point value. Respondents, you can change these options to your preference. So like if your student goes through the whole quiz, do you want it to show them their grade right away and see what questions they missed? You can choose yes or no. Do you want them to see what the correct answer is if they missed it? This is after they've hit submit, of course. And then do you want them to see the point values for each question? So maybe you have an essay question that's worth 10 points and maybe you have a multiple choice question that's worth 1 point. Do you want them to know that those are different? I just always keep them clicked on and I hit save. Now you just noticed this answer key option just popped up. Okay. So I want to click on answer key and I want to select the correct answer. When did Columbus arrive in San Salvador? I can't remember. So I'm going to go back to Adobe Pro with my answer key. It was 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Boom. If there's more than one correct answer, you can select all of them. If there's only one, just select the one that is. What I always do is just make the question worth 1 point because then it's even across the board. Does that make sense? Okay. And I'm just going to hit done. And that question has been created. So now I want to create another question. I have this option to add a question. So let's do the picture grab. So let's go back to my Adobe. I'm going to scroll down on this test because like, look, here's a map. How do I get that map into forms? We have to literally take a screenshot of it and save it as an image. Okay. So what did I say it was? The Windows key, Shift S.
Control and this window key up here.
Thank you. Alt control.
And then you can
Then I'm just going to highlight the portion I want. Boom.
just a second, that took-
And it might freak you out because you're like, wait, where did it go? I have no idea where it is. It's in the background. You have to paste it onto something and save it. So just going to open Word up. I'm going to hit Control V, or I can click paste like this. Boom. There's my map that I want. And then I'm going to right click it, save as a picture. Boom. Look at all these beautiful faces of my coworkers.
Isn't there a way, like
Hold on, what computer?
I'm just going to save it to the desktop
It saves it in a print screen.
as picture 2, I guess. I don't, if you really want to name them, you can. I never do because it's so fast. I just want to get it uploaded and be done with it. I'm not going to use that picture again. Hit save. Okay, now I'm going to go back to forms and get that picture into my test. So if you hover over the little blank question bar, this little image icon pops up, which means, do you want to type text for a question or do you want a picture to be the question? We want a picture this time. So I'm going to type on the picture, click on it. I'm going to upload it. If you have the picture saved in your Google Drive, you can upload it that way. If you want to search on Google for a picture, you can do that. Lots of ways to upload pictures, but this is the one I screen grabbed. Browse. There's my picture, my little map, and I'm just going to click open. And boom, there it is.
Yes.
Into my form. So then I'm just going to say, what is number 13? Just like it is in the test. So for these are the 2 answers. If I still want to make it multiple choice, I can maybe add a 3rd answer so it's a little trickier and they don't just have 2 different answers to choose from. I'm going to hit Control C, copies it. I'm going to go back to forms and I'm going to hit Control V and paste the correct answer. Now I want this to be the correct answer, so I'm going to click Answer key. Massachusetts Bay Colony is the correct answer. I'm going to give it a point value. These 3 little steps of get the correct answer, make it a point, and make it a required question, you have to do it for every single question. That's a little annoying, but.
Is it possible, Katie, just to copy an entire question and paste it and then just change your content?
Yes, I've done that.
What do you mean?
So like all of your settings for your question number 1, like if the next one wasn't a map and it was just another multiple choice question,
Yes.
can I copy and paste the whole question block?
Yes.
And then just change the content?
Sometimes Adobe Pro doesn't recognize it as its own entity, so you have to do it piece by piece by piece. But yes, sometimes you can just copy the whole thing and then just take out the pieces you want to be the answers. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, so that way you don't have to go in and change the settings all the time. Although I guess then it really doesn't help because you'd still have to go in and change what the right answer is. So
Right, you do have to update the right answer. But yes, so like for these questions up here, it's a word bank. So you're like, how do I do that? So what I would do is I would copy all of these and make them the answers. And then I would make these the questions. So I would pose the question as match barter to its correct description. A, B, C, D, E, F, G would be the answers and forms. Does it help if I just do it rather than try to explain it and not do it? Okay, hold on. Add a question. I'm going to highlight these answers and kind of make it like my own word bank. What is barter? Okay, then I'm making a little mini word bank for them. So then I need an answer key. And I think this is what you're asking. I'm going to make that the correct answer, give it a point value, done, make it required. But then you're like, wait, all these questions have the same answers. So you can duplicate the question, boom, and just change this word. So I don't have to copy and paste all these answers 9 times in a row. Does that make sense? And when you do that, it also copies the fact that it's required and that it's worth 1 point.
fantastic.
But like you said, you do have to go in and change whatever the answer is. Okay.
Well, it does save time.
Okay, so that was like a really fast description of Adobe Pro and Google Forms. What questions do you have?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Or just what buttons.
Okay.
Craig, did you figure out what the
Craig just-
Chromebook?
Sorry, he had got a call he had to take.
Okay. Did he solve what the Chromebook key is for a screen grab?
He was close to it.
Here, I'll just Google it.
I was going to say, we could Google it. You know, it seems to me this is very similar to creating a test in Canvas,
Yes.
but it, I've never tried to paste a picture that I've never needed to, but okay.
Sometimes you need a map or you need,
Yeah, right.
sometimes like I'll get these math tests to create and they'll have these fancy grids
Oh man.
that on
yeah.
paper it's like, oh, just fill in the grid. But how do you turn that into an online, because I
Mhm.
can't literally write into a grid online. So I screen grab that portion and then just make it a multiple choice.
Are you going to put all these directions in a document form that we can go back and refer to later?
Yes, I'm going to send this PowerPoint to you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm going to be there on Monday
Oh, okay.
for all week. So if you need help, I'm here to help. Anything else?
That's great. Thank you so much. You did a great job.
You're
Excellent.
welcome. I hope you feel enabled by this, like making tests isn't so time consuming and that you have to be perfect every single time because you're just copying and pasting. So you don't, it's a little mindless work, I guess.
Yeah,
So yeah, I just want this to be easy for you guys and less time consuming. I
Yeah,
love
that's
an
great.
efficient process.
That's right.
Yes. Okay, well, if you guys come up with any more questions, feel free to email me. You can call me. Happy to help.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome, guys. I'll talk at you later.
All right.
Bye.
Should I just close this? Wait. I'm gonna close your mom's computer. I don't know what else she wants us to do with you.
Okay, bye, guys.